Step number 3 is to celebrate your accomplishments. Trust me, you achieved more than you think. And I talked about it many times already. We, for some reason, are not able to appreciate our accomplishments. We don't see them. Many times we don't see things that we achieved as accomplishments. For some reason, we don't think that it was meaningful enough, so we can appreciate ourselves for that. Setting goals is great. I do it all the time. I truly think that we always have to have something in front of us that we desire, so that keeps us going. But there is no point in achieving goals if you cannot appreciate it, if you cannot congratulate yourself and you cannot be happy about it. So instead of chasing yet another goal after goal after goal, I want to encourage you to give yourself a credit for what you achieved. So every time you achieve a goal, stop for a second, pause, and congratulate yourself. Set a new one. I'm not saying that you have to sit down and do nothing, especially if you're an achiever, you will have a new one or a few of them ready. But we have to learn to slow down and take a look at ourselves. Where are you constantly running? If you don't acknowledge your accomplishments, you will always think that you're not good enough or you haven't done enough. You will always think that you're not enough, and you will always try to fill the void. But maybe this void is full already, you just don't see it. Maybe it's time for you to stop and reflect on what you've accomplished and what happened in your life and who you've become. And I have this great exercise that I talked about already, which is to write down a list of your accomplishments. I did it with myself. I have it open, I have it in my drawer over there. So every time I achieve something new, I add it to the list. And once I did this experiment with myself, for 45 days straight, I read this list every morning and every evening to remind myself how far I've come, to celebrate myself. Because it's so easy to forget about what we've achieved. And I want to encourage you not only to make a list like that, but also to think of what were the things that you never thought that would ever happen in your life, and yet they did become part of your reality. We all have those situations or those jobs or those friendships or those relationships that we thought that would be part of my existence, and yet it became part of your life. Like for me, it was coming to New York City. It was my huge dream, and I made it happen despite of everything. I chased this dream, and only I know what are the sacrifices that I had to make. So for this exercise, just sit down and write it down and take your time. Don't rush. Think of the things that happen in your life that you're very proud of, and keep this list visible in front of you daily.